Well, welcome back. This is another sketchbook tour from the past. Now, in doing these, I think it's good to remind everyone that this was a lot of just stuff. And I was not big on practicing, not really big on studying things to a full extent. I feel like I was very impatient, and I still am super impatient when it comes to drawing. But it's a two-edged sword. You really need to be patient to an extent until you're satisfied. Reaching the satisfied point in your artwork and creating something that looks like you want it to is super important. So let's get started. Again, even though this is a big book, I don't draw too much in these books. I go back and forth, sadly. This is fun. I really like the outfit that I was going for here. Something I thought would look good. Definitely got that serious look on his face. I look like a mage from a forgotten age. And I like how I wrote here my take on this whole drawing at this point. Disapposited. Maybe that's a word. I don't know. I used to use larger words when I was younger. Supposed to be me or my shepherd cape on someone with cool hair, but it's not a bad guy, but only serious. I like how it doesn't show his arms or hands. The boots are also interesting indeed, but when it comes to it, I'm not talented with just making shapes. I think they look stupid. Signed, Zach. Every once in a while you'll find kind of an odd drawing of mine in there. It's got a neat style. It's done with a pen. Very, very small. If you look like the size of my finger next to this, these are some fine details. The black, the eyes, the white part of the eyes are inverted to black, and this character looks super scary. Right? And you sound happy. Sarcastic. Fun. Joni Mitchell. I don't even remember who Joni Mitchell is, but I think I saw a photo of her, and I copied this using a pretty inky pen. Pretty random. 2004. Check that out. Yes. So I don't just do nude of one gender. I do both genders, right? Check out how Greekly this looks. I always say Greek. I'm probably totally wrong, but look at how the muscles are just sort of really bumpy, like most of the skin is shaded. It's really, really neat. I really like the look of the shade. The hair just kind of has that old ancient look to it, but this is supposed to be the same character. And I had that little note there, watch out for those nudes, because I think it was always embarrassing to draw something which was not normally seen in public. So this is the imagined day. I called it that day, the day I would go be married to someone. I don't know. I think it turned out pretty poorly. My dad, that looks exactly like my dad. That looks pretty close to me. But the bride, I think I could have drawn a lot better for what I was imagining my bride would look like. Fortunately, I definitely married someone that was far more gorgeous than I could draw. So check this out. This is super interesting. I was always fascinated with the ninja. The more I realized how real they were in history, the more I was less interested in Ninja Turtles. But I just want to point out a couple of fun things. The character spinning a sword, holding onto a sword, and this right here, 2004. I must have had this dream. I dreamt, and I wrote this based on this. It's like something about the ninja, right? Hide in the shadow of a column behind the dust caught in the sun. What does that mean? So imagine you're in this place, and you are a ninja, and you're hiding from someone, and you are trying to surprise attack them or whatever, and you got away from them for a second, and you hid behind a column, but the column was casting a shadow on this side. So you're hiding in that shadow, just standing there in that shadow. If a light was shining directly on you, you'd see yourself perfectly, right? But if a person is looking at you in the shade of a column, and you know how the sunlight would cross in front and all this dust kicked up would obscure the vision. Well, that was like in the dream, this perfect way to hide when you could perfectly stand in front of someone and see them without anything obscuring your vision, which I thought was absolutely awesome that my dream conjured up this little tactic here. But check out this lightweight 130-pound ninpo. This guy is like jumping. He's ready to stab and jab, and really cool. This one, based on a dream as well. Check this out. What is the power behind the mask of the ninja to me? Intimidation. This is super cool. It looks like there's these like elements that like kind of make the eyes sort of wobbly. I had this dream that I was in trouble with someone that I had trusted, and they were now like out to get me, and it was terribly frightening, and I was very scared in the dream. But when I found this ninja mask, by just simply wearing it, it seemed like I had this power to stare down my enemy and intimidate them to a great degree. And I thought that was just so fascinating. I just really love how the eyes are these like wobbly spheres glowing outside of the eyelids, and these elements in the swirl kind of show this like ninja mind control essence right there. Super neat. Let's check out some more. All right. So this is super unique. Check this guy out. He's great. Love this guy. Kind of reminds me of Mario a little bit. Definitely Italian. I love my Italian people. And he's just, hairy chest. He's grumpy looking. He's got the big nose, like totally overtaking his mouth and chin with that mustache. Great. Love this style. Wish I would have done more of this style. Could have had something going there for me. This person looks maybe happy, maybe sad. This person definitely looks happy. But then this person looks very sad. So, practicing some emotions. Definitely not from reference. All right. Very well shaded, statue-like image of the female figure. Really great design here. I remember I went to this prom one time, and I saw this super lanky geeky girl, and she was wearing this very thin long dress, and I just remember seeing how her hip bones just poked right out of her dress, because she would like lean back on herself just in standing position. This figure is taking a big long stride forward, but I just loved that. I thought there's definitely something beautiful in an incredibly overly skinny, badly postured person, which I think it's partially why we really like Spider-Man too. Some little practices here. Not sure what I was going for, but definitely going with that big bumpy nose look, sketchy look, not worried about erasing. You can see I did not do a whole lot of erasing. I was not patient enough for that. All right, this is a depiction just to remind myself of the kind of way I dressed when I went to a dance one time. And I wrote here, what was I thinking? 2004. So this is just 4 years later. My, how things have changed, right? And over here, we got some like wicked military commando guy, some disgruntled hobbit or short person. Smiling faces, really cool. I wish I could have nailed smiling faces more often. Oh yeah, and another reminder, the year before, in 1999, how I dressed there as well. Tanker boots, the flame shirt from, I think the store was called Gadzooks, and definitely some poofy tall hair. Oh yeah, and my nephew Terrell, as a Jedi, bald head for some reason, and destroying one of those Star Wars robots. Okay, so this is a scene from memory, but a very recent memory. So 2004, in my home neighborhood, I saw this scene on a porch somewhere. Some guy with some poofy hair, baseball cap hung low over his head, holding onto a skateboard, leaning on the ground, just on the front porch steps right here. And his girlfriend with this dark black hair just slouched over, his hand on her shoulder. She didn't look very happy, and he didn't look like he knew what to say. Familiar story for a lot of us men. Let's see, some attempts at a couple of sketches here. Oh, yes, right. Myself and my girlfriend at the time, Debbie, and I think that looked pretty accurate. I liked how my feet here, one foot I was leaning on my toe knuckles, and the other foot toes were curled under. Just kind of shows the close, like, crouching hug, which is really cute. And then this was a drawing of, I think, the cover of this film, Charlie, from way back in the day. And I thought that turned out pretty good. It was really cute. I mean, just such a different style from what you normally see me do. Even if there was no logo in the background, still really unique to have me draw this kind of pose based on something. I probably should have tried drawing some more based on photos that I saw. Let's see here. And what we got? Oh yeah, from my dreams, like some ideas about Jedi assassin things, and different images of someone like myself, and strange Star Wars-like weaponry. All very interesting. This looks, I think that angle would be accurate right about there. My dad, clean shaven. I wonder when he did that. Reclining and taking a nap. And one of the rare animals. Look at this dog. El Puppy, I call him. What an adorable drawing of a dog. Super cool. Alright. Jeff Russin, he was singing at this little neighborhood cafe, and it was so cool. I just adored this image of the way this cafe, it used to be, I believe, one of those little video rental shops on the corner of our neighborhood somewhere, and they had bricked all of the patio going out of the building. They had Wi-Fi accessible there, which I think, I didn't even know the term Wi-Fi back in 2004. But he was just a singer invited to come and sing there. He had his harmonica there. I think that looked pretty accurately like him, but I always really liked his appearance. He had long hair tied in a ponytail. I thought that was cool. Oh, and various attempts at hand holding spear, staff, the Native American King Lamona's wife reaching out to Ammon. I don't know if this was Ammon. I think that was Ammon right there, from the Book of Alma, the Book of Mormon. And another attempt briefly at that. And then I think I stopped all attempts. And I never drew for the rest of my life. No, that's not true. Oh yeah, so here, I drew up something from a dream that I had. Super creepy. I had to save this little girl running through this dark place, and I turned on my watch. I had, one of those, I don't know what they were called, watches that you press the button and they would light up, right? And this nice blue glow I could do that in my room, and I would always be able to tell where I was. It was so pitch black. I was being in the pitch black when I slept. But I did this in the dream as I was running through, and I told her, don't look, because even though it was all pitch black and I wasn't running into anything, and it seemed like there was something close, and when the light turned on, I could see all these creepy glowing faces around me, and I had to draw what it looked like because it was just terrifying. But yeah, I drew this after 4 a.m. 2004 because dreams are super neat. It's full of inspiration. I did throw in one more thing just recently the other day to this one because I'm going back and not wasting paper. But this costume, the pumpkin head from my little boy, because he's really into the pumpkin head. Oddly, just like I was when I was his age. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe with that button down below. Hit the like, hit the bell so you can keep up to date with what I'm doing next, and check out my other videos. I've got stuff about how I draw using tablets. I'll probably end up doing some reviews on there, but definitely the time lapse is something I thought was always super fascinating when I found these drawing videos online for the first time on YouTube. So thank you very much, and I will catch you later.